In the previous lesson, we saw that when we cut up that triangle and placed the angles on a ruler, we had a straight line. And we know, therefore, that the sum of the three angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. Now, this is a really useful fact, and it can help us identify the missing angle or calculate the missing angle in any triangle where we are given the other two angles. Now, for example, here I have a triangle. I know two of the angles. The one in the bottom right is 60 degrees, and the one in that bottom left-hand corner, well, that's 90 degrees. It's a right angle. The top angle, I don't know what that is, but I know I can calculate it using that fact that all three angles must be equal to 180 degrees. Now that top angle, rather than just call it the top angle, I should give it a letter or some way of representing what that angle is. I could use the letter A or B or M, X, Y. It really doesn't matter. But in maths, when we're talking about angles, we tend to use a Greek letter called theta, and it looks something like this. It's a bit like a zero with a line through it. I tend to do it in one go, like that. Now, it doesn't really matter if you can't do it exactly. Everyone tends to draw them slightly differently, but we know it's a Greek letter theta. Now, I know that those three angles added together is equal to 180 degrees. So let me write that down. I have theta plus the 60 degrees plus the 90 degrees. Well, I know that must equal 180 degrees. Now let's tidy up that left-hand side a little bit. Let me add the 60 and the 90 together. So now I've got the theta plus 150 degrees. Well, that is equal to 180 degrees. And hopefully you can see now that theta, well, that must be 30 degrees because 30 plus 150 is 180. So theta must equal 30 degrees. Let's have a look at another triangle down here. So same thing applies. I'm given two angles. I'm asked to calculate the third. That third angle, let's give it a letter. Again, you can choose any letter you wish. I'm going to use the Greek letter theta. Now I can write out my triangle facts for those angles. I know that theta plus 60 degrees plus the 80 degrees, well, that must be equal to 180 degrees. And again, let's tidy up that left-hand side by adding the 60 and the 80 together. So theta plus 140 degrees, well, that must equal 180 degrees. And again, hopefully you can see that theta, well, that must be 40 degrees because 40 and 140 is 180. So theta is equal to 40 degrees.